Hello everyone, this is Ruth the Crafter Mom, and today we are going to talk about my books for the month of October. Okay, so grab your coffee like me and let's start. So this month I didn't read too much. I like if we put it on pages on audiobook time, I read a lot, but the amount of books are considerably less than what I usually do. Also, I'm so sorry. It's you probably see that the video moves a little bit, and it is. I have to use a new thing to put my camera on because the one that I usually use is having some issues. So I have to wait until my handyman husband helps me out with this because I am not handy at all. And I have to put something else to stick over here. Okay, so let's start. Challenges. I I have given up on my challenges for the longest. So what I'm going to do is this month I'm gonna attack at least on November 1. That is gonna be easy. In a little bit I'm gonna show you what are my possible books for the month of November and what am I currently reading. So you guys will see how am I trying to finish this alphabet challenge. It's taking me so long. I don't know why. What else do we have? Oh, I wanted to show you some stuff that I did this month. Okay, so we finished Such Sharp Teeth, and I have put this one on, and I feel bad because I thought I was gonna be able to read it, and I didn't. So this is going to be the book that I'm going to read after one that I have to read that I'm reading right now. That's gonna be the second one that I'm going to attack because I need to finish it. I really want to do it because I already put it here. So this month of also now what we're doing with the traveling book club is not only the books are traveling, but we also have once a month we have a book now that we are reading. So this month I have for you, and then I'm going to show you this nice thing that I got. The book that we're reading is One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. And it has a sequel that just came out last month in October. And we're going to read that one in December. So if you like fantasy books and with I don't know, like some dark stuff going on there. So far what I'm reading, it seems like it's very dark, but it's nice. Go ahead and join us. I'm gonna put the description and the link below so you guys can join us. But this is the book that we're reading, and it's called One Dark Window, and that will be here also put on once I finish. For the club, the book club that I my sister has over there in Peru and that I do through Zoom, we finished reading Los Peligros de Fumar en la Cama. That is the dangers to smoke in bed, and it was a great book for Halloween. It is horror. Mariana Enriquez, it's a Argentinian writer that she writes about horror, all related with Latin American culture. So if you want to read something spooky, I know it's November, but if you want to read something spooky, or that's the genre of your preference, I will suggest you to grab this book. I know this one is in Spanish, but they have the version in English. They have it on Amazon, and I will link it here below so you guys can check it out faster. But this one is so good. I recommend it 100%. There is some parts that it makes you really uncomfortable because you see the horror on humankind. Also, disclaimer, I have somebody next to me. My dad came to visit me for my birthday, and he's working next to me in my table. So you're gonna hear clicks here and there. That's him. So just drop a comment and say, hi, Dad.
Hi.
There you go. He's saying hi. Okay, so I did this and I made a reel. It's on Instagram if you want to check it out. I decided I wanted to do Harry Potter as audiobooks. I started in September and I finished it in October. And let me tell you, it was the best thing I ever have done with Harry Potter. The experience is totally different. And I caught details that I didn't caught what I was reading or while I was watching the movies. And then I rewatched all the movies and I was like, hold on, this doesn't happen. Or this happened, but it doesn't happen in this way. So yeah, it was interesting. So I made a kind of like, let me move my coffee, like an open book with the Marauders map. And you open it and you see all the books. So it has the publications, the total pages, and that's the American publication, by the way. The Goodreads rating, and a quote that I like with the page number of where it was taken. All the stickers, except the covers, obviously. In this part that says Harry Potter stats. I don't know why I put stats, but whatever. From Alicia Michelle, and I can also put the link over here so you guys can go there. It's just so you guys can go and check it out. She has Harry Potter and she has like a bunch of stickers of all the things, and this was my first ordering from her, and I really love her stickers. They are a really good paper quality and everything, and the reason why I wanted to order from her is because she had these Harry Potter ones and I really wanted to use them. So I use them like this as a kind of like memorabilia of Harry Potter. This part, I made a sticker out of something that I found on Google, and stats. These are words that I created with the Alpha Basic books from Kelva Plan that I will put here on the description. If you want stickers that they are all only alphabet letters, this is the best sticker ever. I love it. But everything else that you see here, except you know the cover books, are from Alicia Michelle. Oh, and these I just printed out also, and it is like a double page. It's very I try to be creative. Okay, let's go. Before we go to the books read for the month of October, no, you know what, let's just jump on it and then we'll go it. I'm sorry, I'm very I'm all over the place today. The first book is Dreamland. Is by Nicholas Spark. So if you heard about Nicholas Spark is an American author that he writes romance novels, and they are romance novels. They are closed door romance novels, so they are very not even mild to even say. And I think you can hear a plane. Why every time I record there's a plane, guys? So this book was very cute. It was about this guy that he lives in a ranch, in a farm, and he likes to sing. He's a singer. He stopped singing because of a lot of situations that happened through his life, and took care of the farm that his aunt and uncle left for him. And then there's another story, parallel story of another woman that is going through what it seems a lot of difficulties with her husband. Her husband is abusing her mentally and physically, and she decides to escape with her kid. And these stories are they are gonna cross paths in some point. But not the way that everybody expects. It was a surprise. At one point, I was kind of like figuring out that that's what it was. But it made me cry. It made me laugh. It made me just want to hug each one of the characters. It was such a beautiful story. 4 stars for it. Then I read Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban and the Goblet of Fire. So this one's, like I said, I did it as an audiobook. So that's why you see that they are so fast read, even though not even fast. This took me 5 days because I got the weekend in between, and I usually don't do audiobooks during the weekend. I just do regular books during the weekend. So that's what it took long, but it took me longer to read these books, and I read at a two times speed. So it's not that I read it like very slow. I listen to it fast. But yeah, it took me a while because they were long and I wanted to understand like and not miss any detail. I'm just gonna read you because you guys know even if you haven't read Harry Potter, you know what is it about. So I am not even gonna tell you what is it about, but I'm gonna read you what I thought the quotes for me that I love the most. For the prisoner of Azkaban will be happiness can be found even in the darkest of times if one only remembers to turn on the light. That was Dumbledore. It matters not what someone is born, but what they grow to be. I don't remember who said this, but I think it was Dumbledore too also. That was in the Goblet of Fire. Goblet of Fire actually is one of my favorite ones, but I discovered that I really like this one, even though I didn't like the movie. I don't know why, but I didn't like the movie, but I love this one. Then I read The Midnight Library, and this was part of the Traveling Book Club. And I have to say, I did a mix of audiobook and reading it just because I was trying to make it faster because I took so long in reading this one that I really needed to hurry up. So if you see, I started on September 15 and I ended it on October 11, and I wasn't caught up. Like I wasn't caught up. No, it didn't call my attention at the beginning. So it took me so long. But once you get the hip of it, it just goes fast. And this is about this woman that thinks that her life is not important, so she decides to kill herself. So when she finally does it, and I said this because she really doesn't die, she goes in a kind of a limbo that is called the Midnight Library. So each book is a possibility of a life that she could have, from something basic of like maybe going out with a guy when the guy asked her out, to stuff stream of tasting a wine that she didn't taste before. Each life is different, and what it is the Midnight Library shows you that, you know, even though life is hard, you know, it's your life and you should love it how it is. That's what I got the message of it at the end. One of the quotes that I like is, but the truth is that success is a delusion. And that's when she becomes in one of her lives a successful singer, and she's traveling all around the world and she's on concerts and everything. Overall, 4 stars. I liked it. I didn't think I give it 5 stars because even though I like what the message of the book was, the beginning didn't catch me. It didn't kept me on there. Like, it took me so long to read it. The next one is my favorite book of the month, and is Los peligros de fumar en la cama, the dangers of smoking on the bed. And like I mentioned before, it's such a good book. I really recommend it for you guys to read it. And the quote's in Spanish, so I'm not gonna read it because I can read it, but okay, I'm gonna try to translate it. It's not too coherent to try to grab by the neck a dead person, but you can be desperate and be reasonable all at the same time. And this happens in the first. So this is a book and it's 12 stories and it's 12 horror stories. And this was the first horror story. And actually it made me laugh. It was so, it was scary, but at the same time, it was cute and funny. Like, I really, really recommend you. I hope you guys read it. And if you read it, please let me know in the comments. Send me a DM. Let me know what you think. The next book that I read was Such Sharp Teeth. And this was the book of the month for our traveling book club. And it's a horror book, and it's about a woman that gets bitten by a werewolf and becomes a werewolf. And all the stuff that goes on becoming a werewolf. It was a funny book. I had a lot of questions. What happens after? Can she have kids? Would she be a werewolf? When she becomes pregnant, all this stuff, in between there's some romance, there's some like who bite her, do we discover who bite her, is she a good person, the person who bites her, is it a bad person, we don't know. Well, we know, I know. So these are things, and I'm so sorry for the noise. I don't know what's going on outside, but we're gonna keep talking about the books. Then I had all the last 3 Harry Potter books, The Order of the Phoenix, Half-Blood Prince, and The Deathly Hallows. From all the books, I have to say, as it was always, The Deathly Hallows is my favorite. And it is because it's not only the culmination, but I feel between the Half-Blood Prince and The Deathly Hallows, that's when you know more about Voldemort the most, and that's what I like it the most. So for Order of the Phoenix, things we lose have a way of coming back to us in the end, if not always in the way we expect. That's Luna. It is the unknown we fear when we look upon death and darkness, nothing more. I think that was Dumbledore. This one, it's, yeah. After all this time, always, said Snape. That is my favorite. That's my favorite. That's when he tells that he still loves Harry Potter's mom. Obviously, all of them are 5 stars, not only because of the story and because Harry Potter is one of my favorite series, but because of the narrator. The narrator, I don't remember his last name. I know his name is Jim. I'm very bad with names, but he was amazing. He did all the voices, and if you've never read Harry Potter and you want to give it a chance, do it as an audiobook. I think you will enjoy it. The last book that I read for the month of October was My Roommate is a Vampire. And if you see, there's kind of like a theme for October. I tried to read Halloween or Halloweeny books. So this last book was hilarious. I was laughing the whole time reading this book. I gave it 4 stars because I think I wanted a little bit more by the end. I feel sometimes books are like so good at building it up, and you build up the fun part, the romance, because this has romance also. And then it like you feel like you have all that meat and all that nice thing, and then I don't know where the end goes, and that's it. And instead of just giving me more, it was so fast that I didn't know. I wanted to know what was going to happen with her at the end of the book. So this book is about this girl, Cassie. Cassie, she was just evicted from her apartment, and she needs to find an apartment or a roommate really fast. So she sees this Craigslist, news that it says that somebody wants to rent a room for $200, and she's like very skeptical because she doesn't know if this is real or not. So she goes there and she looks at the room. All the decoration in the house is like kind of like Downton Abbey, that's what she said, style for the way that he dresses and the way that the house is. The roommate, the owner of the home, he's very polite and proper, but like from another era. So she doesn't know what to think, but she's gonna give it a try. Until one day she goes to work and she forgets her food. So she goes back home to pick up her food so she can have a meal during her lunch break. And she finds 2 bags of blood in the fridge next to her food. And she finds 2 vampires. One of them is her neighbor. And that's how the story like starts and everything, unfolding. What is Cassie gonna do? Is she gonna live with him? Is Frederick, that's the name of the vampire, gonna eat her or want something else from her? So a very really funny book. If you want to read something funny, and I know a lot of bookstagrammers were putting about this book in September, in August, but really, if you still want to get it, go and get it. It's so fun. I love it. So overall, I read, and I wrote it down here, 4,942 pages read. That includes the audiobooks because I just put it all together. Next year, I'm going to start doing something different. I'm just going to divide the books that I read on paper from the audiobooks. So I will have page reads and hours listed. So we have all that stuff, or minutes maybe. I don't know which one is better. So my favorite book of the month for this month of October is The Dangers of Smoking in the Bed, Los Peligros de Fumar en la Cama, from Mariana Enriquez. Like I said, this is an Argentinian writer, and you should give it a chance. Very beautiful, again, I said. And let me show you, let me put this away, and let me show you a couple things that I have, and then we're gonna say bye. So I got this, and it is a book sleeve by Literary Creations, I'm sorry, by Jenny. I will put a link in the description, and you can get some discount if you want. And right now, I don't think she has this one currently, but she has Christmas ones, and she got like shirts and all this other stuff, and it's all bookish related, and it's amazing. So she has three different sizes. This is a medium, and a medium you can put a paperback. So you just put it like that, and it fits perfectly, like you say. And then she has like a small that is more like for a tablet or a nook, and she has a large that is for paperbacks like this one. And that's what I wanted to show for that. And another thing that I got during the $10 off Etsy, I don't remember the shop name, but I'm just gonna put it here. So this is a embroider, and you can embroider here your first page and everything with your name. And mine says The Library of Ruth Byrne, and it's very cute. I will put it also here in the description. So if you guys, it's a nice gift for Christmas. So that's these sleeves. So if you're thinking about a bookish gift or a Christmas bookish gift, these two are amazing. I will seriously recommend you to get those. So we're gonna start with this one. I just entered a book club from she just started her Bookstagram page. Her name is Deb, and her Instagram is Bigplanswithbooks. And this month we're gonna talk about The Fourth Wind, and we are going to read the second book that it's coming in 2 days, November 7th, Iron Flame. And Iron Flame, it has a special cover edition with all of this in black, if I'm not mistaken, and it's red and black. And there's a new edition of The Fourth Wind also that is coming in these upcoming weeks. You can still pre-order it, and I think Books A Million still has it, Amazon still has it, Target, and Barnes and Nobles. And the new one is a whole new cover. All of this is in red, and it has a new chapter from the perspective of one of the main characters. If you haven't read the book, I really recommend you to read this. I think this is going to be the book of the year in the different platforms. Like, I mean, Barnes and Nobles, I'm sure Goodreads is gonna be like the book that everyone is gonna like, that it's gonna be voted for best book of the year. It is an amazing book, and if you haven't read it, I really recommend you to read it. And The Fourth Wind is the one that we're kind of rereading this month, and then we're gonna read Iron Flame. I still don't have Iron Flame. I already pre-ordered my copy, and right now the price on Amazon is really good. I think it's $13 and change right now for the Amazon one, so you can go and grab that one there. And yeah, I can wait to read Iron Flame. I love The Fourth Wind, so Iron Flame, yeah, I can wait. Then, like I said, I'm reading right now One Dark Window by Rachel Gillick. So far, I read just a little bit of it. I'm in chapter 2, and I started it yesterday. So yeah, and I have to read it by the 16th. So fingers crossed, I have to finish it. So I'll let you know next month how did I like it. I hope I really like it because I also ordered the second copy, the second book. So I have to like it. Then we have Assistant to the Villain that I have to read because I didn't read it last month. So I'm gonna make this my accountability way of you guys have to make me accountable that and I have to present you this as my November one of my November books because they say it's a funny book and it's an easy book, so I really want to. So I was going to start to read it, and then I realized that I wanted to read Bride by Ali Hazelwood. It hasn't been released yet. I think it releases on February, but I had an advanced reader's copy, so I read that. And if when the time comes, you guys have to get that book. It's really, really, really good. But so yeah, I have to read that one. And because I want to tackle my A to C alphabet challenge, I need to read this one. So funny story about this one. If you see, it looks very old, and it's because it's a book that I bought maybe 15 to 20 years ago. And I left it at my house in Peru, and I never brought it here because obviously when I came to live here to the States, I didn't bring a lot of stuff, and I didn't bring a lot of books. I think I bring like 1 or 2. So all my books stay there in Peru. So I was looking for a reading with the letter Z, and I remember that Isabel Allende had one. And I was looking on Amazon to see if they have it. They only have it on Kindle, and it's mad expensive. So then I told my sister if she could buy it for me over there. And she's like, wait a minute, I think we have that book. And yep, so it is here. So that's gonna be my read for this month. You see, it's so old. It's so old. And it is, wow, it even has that little thingy that it has at the end. So let's see how many pages it is. It's 382 pages. Oh my God. Seriously, God only knows how old is this book, because I really don't know. Let's see. It was printed in 2005. So yeah, 2005, 15. So it has 18 years. Yes, guys. This is crazy. Okay, so this is it for today. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, and let me know in the comments what books are you reading this month of November. Thank you. Bye.